What's up, Wolfbag fam? It's your boy Kid back at it again. Hope you're doing well. Continuing my journey of Dad's Army with Captain Mannering and the rest of the boys. What adventures are going to happen on this week's episode? I got to stay tuned to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but snacks is not included. Damn it. You got to bring your own. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It is absolutely free to do. Helps out. All those things help out the channel tremendously. Turn on notification bell so you don't miss a beat for the latest reactions. And just thank you so much for accompanying me on my journey. Let's get this one started. Let's get it. Snacks not included. Let's freaking go.
21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Haven't they arrived yet?
No, it's most unusual, Mr. Mary, Mr. Wilson, to be late. You know, the trouble is my bus goes at 10 past and they won't hold it for you these days.
Well, you just go, Mr. Godfrey. I'll explain to Mr. Mannering.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that. He might be upset.
Oh, he won't be upset today. I brought him 4 sausages. And £1/4 pound of dripping. It's not a lot, but it's the thought that counts, isn't it? Yep.
Mind the door.
All right. Here we go.
Now, be careful and don't bump it, Mr. Mannering.
Oh, don't be silly, Pike. Not as delicate as that.
Don't make such a fuss, Frank.
Excuse me, Mr. Mannering. Mr. Godfrey here would like permission to have...
Oh, no, not just now. No. Call the men on parade, will you, Jones? I've got something important to tell them.
Yes, but if he doesn't go soon, it'll be too late.
All right. Well, tell him to go now and get back on parade as fast as he can.
Right, you hang on for 5 minutes, Mr. Godfrey, and if Mr. Mannering hasn't finished you, I'll get the verger to hold it for you.
Just look at this, Mr. Mannering.
I brought it in. I'll handle it first. Beautifully balanced. Hmm?
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
Devastating weapon in the right hands, I should think.
Yes, I should think even more devastating in the wrong hands.
Pike, will you stop that?
Sorry.
Well, let's show it to the troops.
Right, sir.
You bring the mags along.
Yes?
Mr. Mannering, please. Yeah. Please, let me take it, Mr. Mannering.
Will you put it down? Pike! Fall in at once. Don't you control that boy? Thinks it's a game. All right, proper at ease, everyone. Well, men, you've waited for it, and here it is. Now, this is probably the most sophisticated sidearm ever invented. It fires 650 rounds of 4.5 ammunition per minute. The drum holds 50 rounds. You've got the drum, Wilson?
Oh, yes, of course I have, sir, yes.
Well, hold it up.
Oh,
Sergeant Wilson is holding up the drum. The spring clip magazine, holds 20 rounds. Show it, Wilson.
yes, indeed, sir. Here's the clip.
Excuse Mr. Mannering, has that got a detachment for a bayonet?
No, I'm afraid it hasn't.
Oh, what a pity.
You'd soon run out of bullets at 650 rounds a minute. I mean, you'd only have to touch that trigger and your magazine's empty.
Oh, I think it'll last a bit longer than that, don't you, Wilson?
Oh, I think so. Just under 2 seconds, I would think, sir.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, Joe, we'll time it. I'll say go, and then I'll say stop.
Captain Mannering.
Not just now, Godfrey.
Stand by, go. Stop. I ain't gonna need a bayonet, Mr. Mannering.
Just a minute, Captain Mannering. Yon drum holds 50 rounds. It will go on longer. Something like...
Thank you, Fraser.
Captain Mannering, Who's going to have it first, and please may I?
Certainly not.
Excuse me, Captain.
And not you either, Godfrey.
Well, let's take it in turns. General Macaulay always said, take it in turns.
General Macaulay? Who is he?
Well, he wasn't very important, but he used to say, take it in turns. That's all I can remember of him, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Let's have a whist drive. And the winner has the first go.
Certainly not. I won't have the technical future of this unit decided by the draw of a card. No, no, no. We shall draw lots for it. I'm sorry, I know you're disappointed, Godfrey, but I'm only trying to do the fair thing.
May I have 3 days holiday?
Now, just fall back. What did you say?
I'd rather like 3 days holiday.
You got out of your mind? Hitler's across the channel waiting to pounce. We're in the front line.
I wouldn't ask normally, but it's to do with this friend of mine.
I see.
It's all a little involved.
Yes, I'm quite sure it is.
Permission to interfere, sir. Mr. Godfrey won't speak up for himself, sir. He's too much the gentleman. But my lips are not sealed, and I can reveal that at the bottom of all this, there is a woman.
Is that true, Godfrey?
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no. What sort of an answer's that?
Well, it's a bit of each, isn't it?
Don't get
Whoa.
I think you'd better go in the office, Godfrey. And you too, Wilson.
That's it.
A little bit of each.
Mr. Mannering, please may I look after the hunting gun, please?
Oh, very well.
Thank you. They also call it the Chicago piano.
What did you say?
The Chicago piano.
Stupid boy.
Young Godfrey has a queer, fey look. More than likely he's a sexual maniac.
Not now, Vicar. Wilson, you better take notes. Wilson, take...
I'm sorry, yes, of course I will, yes.
Now, Godfrey, what are you doing here, Jones?
Well, sir, it's like this, sir. Mr. Godfrey is a very retiring gentleman, and he won't speak up for himself. So I would like to speak for him, me being privy to his intimate details through things what he told me in his continence.
Is that all right with you, Godfrey?
Well, I suppose...
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Godfrey. But it's like this, sir. Just before the beginning of the commencement of the Boer War, it all started. Mr. Godfrey here, he was a dandy young buck of some 20 summers.
I'm terribly sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Dandy.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, he really fell for a beautiful young lady who was in service in one of the great halls nearby. Are you listening, sir?
Yes, of course I'm listening.
Well, anyway, them days wasn't like these days, sir. If you was a young serving wench, you had to watch your station and mind your peas and onions. You started up in the morning, 5:30, black in the grate, until 8:30 at night, putting the cat out. They gave you one Sunday a month off, and they paid you 3 and 6 a week less laundry. But it was a good life.
Look, James, I can't sit here listening to all this rigmarole.
No, I'm sorry, sir, I was transgressing. Anyway, Mr. Godfrey, not getting a chance to see her much, he was unable to plight his trough, which he would have done had he been given half a chance. Him being a virile young man, as we all was in them days, me more than most. You're not in a hurry, are you, sir?
Yes, I am. Get to the point.
Well, the point, you've got 3 days' holiday, that's the point.
I know that. I think you'd better be quiet, Jones. Let Godfrey speak for himself.
See, he won't let me speak to him, it's no good.
Yeah, be quiet, Jones.
Yeah,
Be quiet.
I'd rather like 3 days holiday to help with the harvest.
To help with the harvest? Well, that's hardly a holiday, is it? That's very important work, isn't it, Wilson?
This is very important indeed. Look, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I haven't been able to get down half of what Corporal Jones has been saying.
I shouldn't worry too much about that. I don't think it had anything to do with it.
It did have something to do with it. That young lady married a farmer, and now she's a widow. And it's her harvest that he wants to help with.
Her foreman's gone to hospital.
Yeah, hernia.
Hernia.
Left side.
Left side.
Never mind what side. And has she no other form of labour?
Only 3 land girls. I'd like to help because we've been rather close, but I'm afraid I've missed the bus.
Yeah. Well, now, Cap, how many acres does she farm?
The 100 acres of wheat to be got in.
100? Well, this is vitals.
Yes, of course, sir.
The country needs every grain of corn that it can possibly grow. Now, we're going to give this harvest top priority. We'll call for volunteers, and Jones can take us over there in his van.
There you are, you see, now he needs me. A few moments ago, he was casting me off like an old acquaintance.
Jones, don't fall a minute.
Yeah, very good.
It's very, very kind of you, Captain Manning. Could I ring Mrs. Prentice and tell her the good news?
Yes, of course you may, Godfrey. Of course, carry on.
Now, Cables.
Yes, sir.
Get the
Good
knock
man.
roll.
Yeah.
Tick off all the
Hey, little hen, when will you lay me an egg?
Use my office
My
packed with
tea.
people playing soldiers.
You settle yourself down there, Your Reverence. No one will disturb you there.
Thank you, Mr. Yateman. Oh, for goodness sake, Mr. Yateman, how can I possibly...
Oh, Vicar, thank the Lord I found you. I must talk to you.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hodges. I hear you had rather a narrow escape last night.
Narrow escape. It was a miracle. It landed right there beside me. If it had gone off, I wouldn't be here to talk to you now.
A miracle indeed.
It knocked my pint of beer right clean out of my hand. Look! It was a deliverance.
More like a judgment.
Go away, Mr. Yateman.
Yes, sir.
I should have been killed. I was spared. Why me? Why me? Answer me that. Why me? Why?
I can't think.
I'm just a simple greengrocer. Do you think he's saving me for some great purpose?
Well, you never know.
All my life I've been rotten, but I'm going to turn over a new leaf. I'm going to be kind to everyone. I'm going to love my enemies. Not Hitler, of course. But I'm going to be good to Captain Mannering and help him in his struggle, because he's a good man at art, you know.
Yes, I'm sure he is.
From now on, I'm going to be right behind him.
Well, that's marvellous news.
Well, thank you for seeing me, Vicar. I needed your guidance.
Only too glad to be of help.
You've been a rock for me to cling to.
Pleasure, I'm sure.
A new leaf? Okay,
When
Warden.
will you try to supply one for me?
Right, hold on. Stick all your stuff down there, in that corner. Hang on to your rifles, though. Don't want to be surprised by the Nazis.
Don't you worry, Mr. Mannering. Don't you worry, I won't let them surprise us. I'll fill them full of lead first.
You stop that! How did that boy get hold of the weapon? Fraser was supposed to have first turn.
No, sir, I think Park had some private arrangements.
Well, I won't have private arrangements on active service.
Right.
Colonel Mannering. Oh, it really is very kind of you, of all of you, to come and help me like this. I'm afraid it's a bit rough and ready for you.
Don't you worry, Mrs. Prentice. All we're concerned about is gathering in the harvest.
Ah, yes. Well, we've got a bit of a problem there. Mr. Yates of Grove Farm was going to thresh it for me, but his thresher's broke, so he's all behind, you see.
And haven't you got one of your own?
Oh, yes, I've got one all right, but only my foreman knows how it works.
The foreman?
Left side.
Yeah, yes, all right. Well, I think we've got enough expertise in our ranks to get the wheels turning, don't you, Wilson?
Well, I don't know, sir. You see, farming machinery can be awfully complicated.
Yes, I know, but Sponge is a farmer. He ought to be able to fix it.
True, yes.
We'll win through, Mrs. Prentice. You can rely on us.
Thank you, Colonel.
What on earth is he doing here?
Goodness knows.
Lovely, absolutely lovely.
Go on home.
Captain Mannering, Warden or Sea Wardens is here to help you.
I think we can manage without him, don't you?
Yes, would you mind just clearing off?
Don't send me away, Captain Mannering. Don't spurn me in England's hour of need. We'll stand shoulder to shoulder against the common foe. Let them all come, and you and I, Captain Mannering, together, we'll shock them.
Shock me.
I don't know. I've really no idea, sir.
Watch him.
Yes, of course.
He's up to something. Right, falling in 3 ranks outside.
Right, come on, fall in 3 ranks outside. Do as the good captain says, good man. Fall in 3 ranks outside.
Just a minute. I'm the one that does the bawling and shouting.
Very sorry, Corporal Jones. I really didn't mean to hurt your feelings. It's just that I want to help the good captain, you see, because he's a good man, you know.
No, sir, you could be right. He may well have been drinking.
Oh, thank you, Charles. Aren't they lovely?
I'm sorry about last Sunday, but my sister was under the weather.
Oh, poor old soul.
She's 3 years younger than I am, you know.
Sergeant Sally, Sergeant
Gentlemen.
Sally is coming home on leave today. Sergeant Sally, sweetheart of our alley, we've missed her since she's been away. What a welcome there'll be when she walks down the street with 3 stripes on her arm. We'll be so proud to be.
What have we got here, then?
Turn! Halt! Wardens, halt! Fall out and gather round. Right, fall out and gather round, like the good captain says. Well, I don't suppose this is as complicated as it looks. Spun?
Yes, Captain Mannering.
I want you to select as many men as you want and show them how this works.
I don't know how it works.
You don't know? I thought you said he was a farmer.
Yes, well, I'm sure he is, sir.
Yeah, a sheep farmer.
Sheep farmer. They don't thresh sheep, Wilson. Anybody knows that.
Perhaps those land girls know.
Well, ask them.
Excuse me, do you happen to know how this thing works?
No, sorry. We've only been here 3 weeks.
All right, well, never mind. But may I say how charming you look in your uniform? I really mean that.
Thanks very much.
You look
Riz.
absolutely
All right, all right.
Risen up.
Aye, I know how it works.
Oh, good. Well done, Jones. Pay attention, everybody. Jones knows how it works.
Excuse me, would you mind holding that, sir? I might want to use my hands. Right, now pay attention. There, over there, that is the engine. And here, this complication here, this is the threshing thing. You're not getting too technical for them, am I, sir?
Not yet, Corporal.
Right, you take a stook and you leave it up there. Whoops, right on the top. Meanwhile, the engine over here, this is going puff, 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 puff. That belt is working along. The threshing here, which is going jip, jipper, jip, jipper, jipper. While this is going jipper, 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 inside here, the stray's all going mushing round like that. Meanwhile, that's causing over here another section. This section here like that is causing that movement to be made. All go up there, whoops a daisy up over the end, and in the meantime, all the grain which has been inside has come wheedling.
Oh, man.
Sorry about that, chap. It's come wheedling through here, and all the grain comes in the sacks. Munge, 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 munge. And then it's all done.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got the gist of what Corporal Jones is saying. Right, Jones. Your section will be in charge of this operation, and the rest of you get on with the reaping and gathering.
What shall I do, Captain Mannering, sir?
Just keep quiet.
Right, sir? Right, keep quiet, everybody, now. Keep quiet for the good captain.
Now, I shall want somebody up on the top there to load the hopper from the cart.
Yeah, I'd like to volunteer to be somebody up there to load the hopper from the cart.
Oh, very well, John. Pike, you go and help him.
Yeah, I'll keep them all covered.
I usually superintend the grain going into the sacks.
Do you? Right, carry on. Now, Walker, you'll be in charge of stacking the straw. Walker? Where's Walker? Walker! Walker! See that the straw is well stacked.
See, it's what?
Well stacked.
Yeah, her name's Judy.
Coming for you.
Right.
Well, now, we've got to get this machine going. Would you know anything about that, Wilson?
Oh, no, not really, sir. No, I'm afraid not.
Mum says you can't even use a tin opener, doesn't she, Uncle Arthur?
I don't think that's awfully funny, Frank.
Probably true, though.
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. Well done, Fraser. Go to it. Right. Captain Mannering. Captain Mannering.
What can I do to help you in your good work, sir?
Oh, good. Go and look after the horse. Give it a handful of grass or something.
Yeah. What about me, sir?
Oh, you better keep a tally on the loads of grain.
All right.
Ah, sprinters. Well, we'll soon have things running as smooth as a sewing machine. Right. Off you go, Fraser.
All right, sir.
Oh.
Hey! I've done it, sir! I've done it! Hey, it's going!
Don't fall.
Well, I saved you from that, didn't I?
Yeah. Now I need saving from something else, don't I?
You bet.
Whoa.
Stop all that.
Captain Mannering, nothing seems to be coming through yet.
Doesn't it? Load away, Jones.
I've loaded as fast as I can, Mr. Manred.
Perhaps I've got some sort of constriction in my tubes.
Let's have a look. It looks all right to me.
Miss Mannering, Miss Mannering, I'm sorry to bother you, but I think you ought to know Mr. Jones has fallen in the hopper.
Good.
What? Yes.
Jones! Fraser, stop the engine!
Oh, for goodness sake!
Get a move!
Jones, you all right?
Hey, Mr. Mannering, some of this straw's got buttons on.
Jones' trousers. Get him out.
Oh. Mr. Manring, it went jidder-jadder and tore me trousers off.
Are you all right?
I've lost that which I hold most dear. My pocketbook and discharge papers.
It's all right,
Oh,
Jonesy,
man.
I got it.
It's all right, Mr. Mannering. He's only lost his trousers.
Well, then get him out and let's get on with the harvest.
I can't get out in front of all those landladies.
Take the trousers off that scarecrow.
I've been through a terrible experience,
Don't get on with it, Jones.
He's not very sympathetic, is he, Pikes?
All right, look lively, lads. We're holding up the harvest.
Oh.
Oh, man. All right. Hey. That's a different lady. I think. Oh dear.
Well, that's it, man. That's the lot.
3 cheers for the good captain. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
I've got potato wine.
Woo!
And after that, the vicar's coming over to bless the harvest.
Let's eat.
Good afternoon, Mr. Yateman.
Good afternoon, Your Reverence.
This all looks very nice.
Thank you, Your Reverence. I thought the congregation could sit over here.
Excellent. Yeah. Where are the congregation?
Still celebrating.
Good What on earth are they drinking?
Potato wine. I only tried it once.
Was it good?
I got very belligerent.
Come along now, the vicar's waiting for you.
Yes, come on, outside, man.
Mr. Fraser, that potato wine certainly helps the strong.
Show me the man that says it isn't.
Come along, my brave lads. Show a bit of decorum.
You're a good man, Captain Napoleon. You can't help being pompous.
Thank you, ma'am.
Don't remember all right. Pull yourselves together.
My, they have had a lot.
Hope they'll be all right, you know. I haven't touched it since that night.
Hymn 482. Come, ye thankful people, come, raise the song of harvest home. All is safely gathered in ere the winter's storms begin.
Who are you shoving?
You're standing against me. You can't hold your liquor.
Don't you talk to me like that, you drunken old snob.
All right, Fraser, I can look after myself.
Get us back.
Don't you start anything.
Just clear off, will you?
Look, don't you push that old man.
Keep playing. Don't push the organist.
What a crazy bunch of my freaking love for this show knows no end, man. This crazy bunch, man, cracks me the hell up. Beautiful Kodak moment there at the end, man. Had to take my pictures in my brain right there for a second because that is a lovely sight to behold there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out. So many good moments on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Godfrey, the sexual maniac on this episode. You know, that happy, beautiful ending. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, what is such a beautiful ending. You know, you got Godfrey. We find out, you know, why the hell he wants to have 3 days off. You know, it felt like it took an eternity, you know, with his partner in crime in this moment here, Jonesy, man. Just let the man speak, Jonesy, man. He was trying his best, but sometimes you just gotta let Godfrey speak. And in that moment, in these instances, not a damn soul was letting him speak. You know, Captain Mannering cutting him off. Godfrey, no, not now. You know, essentially, you know, all these guys telling him no. You know, hold out. Oh my goodness. But this was a wacky, good, fun episode for, you know, however long it was, 20, 30 minutes, whatever. But It went by so quickly, but there's a couple of my favorite moments on this episode, and I think Fraser had his back when real quick he pushed the warden when Mannering was pushed. I don't know if anybody peeped that there, but a couple of my favorite moments, I gotta say, number one of them was Pike. Has to be Pike in his imitation of. I'm not gonna do it. Like every kid growing up, seeing some sort of, kind of gangster movie, you kind of imitate a little bit. I would have had my Nerf gun probably at that time, or a toy gun that you used to put. I forgot what it's called, but let's say it was like a gun with and it had like those kind of pop things. So when you shot, it made like a little sound to it, almost like those cowboy kind of guns. So as a young person, you imitate, you're pretending and stuff. So I don't think I think I could have seen Pikey do that maybe another 5-6 times. I don't think that would have got old with him going. He's so energetic with it. So excited. He definitely wanted to be the first one to really utilize that. And I think with him protecting, the lot, I think everybody would have been A-okay in this scenario here. What's the vicar on any sort of sauce on this episode? Because he pushed it. He pushed the dude for pushing bumping into the lady that's doing the organ, the piano bit. So that shit was crazy. So was he on the sauce? Let me know. I'm unsure about him. I know everyone else was on this episode. Mine is Godfrey. I believe Godfrey was one of the few that didn't have. But again, we got the ladies' man, Godfrey, number one. You got freaking Wilson risen up the ladies as well in the beginning. Oh, man, I say you all look, rather lovely, in his charming kind of way. And then you got the man, the legend, the true ladies' man. I think he might have had all three of them at some point, or at least two, because one was blonde. Yeah, I think the other one was like brunette or something. Yeah, he was changing girls quicker than most people change their clothes or their underwear. So I got to hand it to Walker, man. He is, like Wilson in many instances, he just got his way with the ladies. So it's always quite impressive. Walker had that great line, essentially kind of saying, maybe he wants a little bit of both, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's how I interpret it in that moment there, So, oh my God, Walker just continues to amaze me. Jonesy, what can we say about Jonesy's performance? It's always that first guy that's the line of defense, the first guy to volunteer. His bravery there is always there. And it's just very inspiring a lot of times, there is something about, wanting to go first. It's almost like when you're in school and you have to do a presentation. I was always nervous as shit. I never liked presentations, but I always wanted to go first. Why did I always want to go first? Because I wanted to be done with that shit and sit down and just chill for the rest of the thing and let everybody else. So I always tried to volunteer first. Yeah, I'll go first. I'll do my presentation, get that shit over with. Because the quicker I was done with that stuff, the happier. So not quite the same like Jonesy. He's just that dude. So it's always quite impressive seeing him volunteer for a lot of things. Who would have knew that he's going to be losing his trousers on this one? So when he made that line about losing something essentially kind of precious, we were all thinking most likely the same thing. He lost his manhood right there. I think Mannering was looking at him with concern as well. But then when he said what it was, you're like, all right, man. It's typical Jonesy, but we like in those moments that you're thinking, you're thinking something else and it's not what it is. And that's the great thing as well. With Godfrey wanting to know what he wanted 3 days off. That's 3 days holiday. That's a long time, especially you got the war going on. Hitler around the corner or the front door could be here at any moment. And that's a big ask, but it was a big thing to do because when he finally had a moment to actually speak on why, that's an essential thing, especially that lady had 100 acres. So beautiful moment with him holding her hand. them chilling out at the end as well while everyone is having a good, fun battle, battle royale kind of. But I gotta say, in the moment when everyone is drinking and having a good time, it was a beautiful sight to see. Because again, you gotta think, you're in a wartime, you're stressed. Anything could happen at any moment. So that moment that you kind of let loose was brilliant and radiated on the screen. So I was smiling inside and out, I guess you could say, seeing them just have a good time, when these guys are getting out there, Pike, and I was loving, Wilson had a girl on his arm, Walker, my boy Godfrey as well, so it was just music to my ears. I just felt so happy watching these guys in their moments. And the verger who's doing that thing, popping it, the freaking vicar wants just a moment of peace. Finally, it gets some peace and shit. He got a guy going like this a couple times and shit. Will you freaking stop? And then freaking Warren pops up in here. And again, man, he went through a scary scenario. If you have some sort of essentially a near kind of death experience and shit, you waking up, you want a new leaf, you want to try things, try new shit. You want to let bygones be bygones, essentially, so seeing the warden in this kind of new light, what'd you guys think about that? 1,000% would prefer him at the ending portion when they were having all the shove off and shit, and he started getting back to reality there. That's the one that we really enjoyed. But for that moment, it was cool to see. He was bigging up Captain Mannering in this one. So, sometimes they surprise you. The warden surprises you. And, we do enjoy his character, when he's bickering with Mr. Napoleon and shit. So I just enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you guys did. That machine, how you say, that machine experience there where Jonesy is demonstrating the sound effects going on. You had Pikey with sound effects, and you got Jones, whatever sound effect that he was doing for each stage of the game here was absolutely stellar to see, man. It was so funny. Then him tripping like always, was great. Oh, and then you had Sponge. I'm thinking, Sponge is going to have a big role here as well. So I was happy for him on the episode. And then when it comes to what he's I was a sheep farmer. And then you just see Wilson's face, man. Like, damn. Oh my God. I had big hopes for him that he was going to do the demonstration or teach these guys in how to do it. But, again, Jonesy knows everything. So a magnificent, funny episode. Oh, and even when, Captain Mannering set, I guess he set his food on, and that shit just ran through the thing, man. You just feel for him, man. You just see how pissed off he was. Because listen, when snacks is not included, and you finally have a snack, and somebody basically yoinked out of thin air, you pissed off, ladies and gentlemen. If I have a plate of food and anybody try to touch my food, man, I turn into a different type of monster. Get your own, damn it. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, on every reaction, I know you guys get angry at me sometimes, jokingly, but snacks is not included, damn it. You got to bring your own. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm absolutely loving this journey. I can always go on and on and on, but I cannot stress it enough. Thank you so much for accompanying me. Thank you to those who suggest shows. As we go through journeys, that we I clearly love doing this so much, and just seeing these episodes come to life per episode, it is a blast. So thank you so much for your company. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Those things help out the channel tremendously. Shout out to the patrons as well. If you do enjoy the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That is free to do, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, take care, and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for kicking it.